Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and this week we are doing the monthly readings, okay? So looking ahead at October, seeing what is in store for you. Please subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate every little piece of support, whether it be a like, a comment, or that full subscribe. I do really appreciate that. It really helps out the channel, so thank you so much. This week I am we have the Yin Yang Oracle that I have. The lenormand deck we have is the Kawaii lenormand. I also have here the Twin Flame Love Notes Oracle. But starting us off this week, Taurus, we have a guide for the advanced soul, a book of insight. We're going to get your monthly overview and see what the month of October has in store for you, Taurus. Taurus for October. Okay. Which one? Which side is it? I feel like it may be a little bit of both here for you, Taurus. I'm getting a stronger pull on this second page, but the first page is love is infallible. It has no errors. For all errors are the want of love, which is by William Law. So it's kind of talking about, there's nothing wrong with love at all. There's fundamentally nothing wrong with love. If you have love in your heart, love in your intentions and actions, even if you make a mistake or you feel as though you've made a mistake, if it's come from love, it's not a mistake. It's errors are the want of love, that you're just wanting that love to be reciprocated or appreciated, or you're just wanting more love in your life in general. So as long as you're doing things with love in your heart, in your intentions and actions, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no such thing as a mistake if it's coming from love. Okay, I'm feeling a stronger pull to this second quote here for you, Taurus. The fastest way to freedom is to feel your feelings. So that is by Jita Bellin. Okay, so finding freedom, time to stretch those wings and allow yourself to feel, Taurus. I am picking up that some of you may have been blocking and pushing down those feelings a little bit, but October is kind of letting you know that the fastest way to free yourself from those negative feelings is to push through it and actually feel them. Allow yourself to just accept and honor those feelings, even the negative ones. Okay, October, what's going on for Taurus in October? Start, middle, and end of October for Taurus. Whoa. Okay, some interesting energy coming out for you. The interesting thing is the hidden energy I have on the bottom of the deck here is the cycles and completion card, that change energy. So you can kind of see there's a butterfly in that picture. It's time for you to, fully embrace this transformation, that feeling, those feelings. It's really time for you to finish off this cycle and complete this cycle this month. I do feel for a lot of you that is specifically with the feelings that we're seeing popping up for you during October. The ones that flew on out here, firstly, we have the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, a lot of the time, there may be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio affecting things for you at the moment, but the water signs are very strongly connected to emotions. So we're definitely seeing a strong emotional message for you during October. A lot of stuff from the emotional side of things for you in October that came out with trust and divine time. Trusting that you can deal with these emotions, that allowing them to, flow freely through you is the best way to, accept those and allow those to, let go and float away from you, allowing yourself that freedom once again. So we are seeing a very strong emotional month for you, Taurus. Once again, we're seeing freedom being brought up here for you. The start of October, we have the freedom card, leap, and opportunities. That's the Uranus energy, based on the Uranus planet there. But it's all about freedom, opportunities, leaping into new opportunities, taking opportunities. I feel like for a lot of you, the opportunity that you are being given at the start of October here is some time for yourself, that retreat or time out card, the distance that's being created here for you, giving you that freedom to really, really work through the emotional component of the things that you've experienced in the last, I want to say couple of years here for you. Okay, because I am seeing quite a lot of emotional stuff popping up for the middle of October, especially here. So we do have the rejection card, firstly, here for the middle of October. That also does say loss and fragmented. So, this is why it's very important for you to have that freedom of time out, retreating within yourself a little bit during October, finding the opportunity to take a chance on yourself, take a leap to, this is my time to really complete those cycles and, give myself some time out so that I can change the things in my life, the cycles in my life that are no longer working for me, and start embracing more positive changes in my life. That has come through with guilt and sabotage. Okay, so we are seeing a lot of emotions popping up here. Rejection, loss, guilt, sabotage, fragmented energy with both of those there. But a lot of it is all about the way you're treating yourself, Taurus. So I just want to clarify, what's going on, if there's anything specific connected to that energy in the middle of October. Clarify the middle of October for Taurus. Clarify the middle of October for Taurus. And I will let you know, you're not the only one struggling this month. We have quite a few of the signs have had very sort of deep emotional messages this month. It's just one of those months for a lot of people, especially though coming up to Halloween. Halloween really is a time where we, start allowing the light to overtake the darkness. So any of that residual darkness does need to be dealt with in order to allow that light back up to the surface, giving you that freedom to, deal with the darker sides of self and emotion and all that sort of stuff. Trusting that, things will happen as they need to happen, allowing yourself the time to deal with emotions. And it's kind of the month for it, apparently. But Halloween really is it's celebration in a lot of cultures, where it's celebrating light. What's the word? Light accomplishing over the darkness. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's coming up. So it's light overtaking the darkness, and we see All Hallows Eve, where we're actually embracing the darker sides of things, like spirits and all that sort of stuff. A lot of cultures, celebrating those sorts of things as well, where it's a time to connect with the darker side of life, in order to allow the light to really shine through, and balance that back out again, and not just be living in just darkness. We have that clarified by the dog energy firstly here. We also see the mountain, as well as the lilies. Okay, so this in itself is a bit of a storyline, exactly what's popping up for you with this guilt, this sabotage, this rejection energy, because the dog is the card of friendships and loyalties and understanding and compassion for oneself as well. So, it's all learning how to support yourself, learning how to allow other people to support you, your friends and your loved ones supporting you, and allowing their compassion to help you through this emotional sort of time. For a lot of you, feeling a lot of guilt about those sorts of relationships where you're feeling as though you don't deserve support, you don't deserve somebody else's compassion and understanding. Allowing, because I'm getting this message here, Taurus, that if you had a friend that was in need and emotionally upset, what would you do? Now put yourself in that friend's shoes, and you're the one who's upset and in need of support. Why do you stop them from being the supportive person that you want to be for them? They just want to be that same support for you in return. Okay, so I am getting that message here for a lot of you, that you are sort of pushing friends away when they're trying to help you. You go out of your way to help them, so allowing them to support you and show you their understanding and compassion when you also need it as well, Taurus. That has come through with the mountain. So we are definitely seeing challenges, obstacles, blockages that you have within yourself here when it comes to, allowing friends to support you. You have these blockages and challenges where maybe you feel guilty for not being a good enough friend, but then part of being a friend is reciprocal energy, allowing them to be a friend to you in return. I am picking up that very, very strongly here. Okay, stop rejecting the support of your friends, Taurus, is what I'm hearing. Because and October really giving you the opportunity to work through those blockages within yourself, within your emotions. What emotions are holding you back from allowing people to be there for you and give you that support and compassion, that loyalty that they have. It does go both ways. You have that to those people, so why are you not allowing that back towards yourself? Okay. And for some of you, it's a blockage about, being a friend to yourself as well. All right. Coming through there as well, that it's time to start being that version of a friend that you're being for those people, being that for yourself as well, Taurus. Um, we do have the lilies as well, so it's very, very close to your emotional vulnerability stuff. Okay, we definitely see emotional vulnerabilities, but it's also intimacy and creating further intimacy with those friendships, with yourself and being a friend to yourself, and really, trusting and relying on those people, on that support network that you do have, and this is making changes for the long term here, removing these blockages within yourself so that long term these friendships can continue to grow and blossom, and you can continue to be the best friend for these people because you're allowing them to be the best friend for you as well. If you keep rejecting that experience, people pick up on that energy, that it's not actually being reciprocated, and sometimes that actually creates even more of a blockage if you're not allowing people to give in the return for all your giving energy here. All right, so just something that's popping up there, because once again too, love is infallible, it has no errors. So your why is your love going outward um acceptable, but love being returned to you is not? Why are you rejecting that, Taurus? So, a couple of things for you to think about there for October. The end of October, this does actually feel a little bit different here. We do have the fire energy. Okay, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, which has come through with avoidance, stalemate energy. So it feels like you're avoiding somebody in particular there. Is that one of these friends that you're struggling to work out how to allow them, in when you're feeling very vulnerable? Clarify the end of October for Taurus, please. Clarify the end of October for Taurus. So if that's what Taurus is avoiding, advice for Taurus with that, please. Advice for Taurus with that. And just, can I just get one more? Just clarify the fire energy. Is that a specific person? Clarify the fire energy. Is that a specific person connected to Taurus here? Okay, so when we do see that Leo, Aries, Sagittarius fire energy there, for some of you it's not so much a specific person. It definitely could be, because we do have the letter and the crossroads telling us a little bit about that person, but it's more so um, avoiding communication, avoiding honest, open, intimate conversation, and communication with people. And for some of you, it is more about avoiding a decision, avoiding a choice that you need to make here, which I feel like the choice is to stop avoiding. Okay, so it may be a person or a situation, but if it's a situation, it's more along the lines of a decision, a choice that needs to be made. And if it's a person, it's more along the lines of communicating openly rather than the specific person themselves. Okay, so we do see that clarified. What you're actually avoiding here, we have the scythe, the mouse, as well as the bear. Okay, so we see you here as the bear today, Taurus. Very, very firm in your boundaries, trying to stand very strong and firm and dominating. Having control, not so much dominating, but having control over, keeping people outside that fence of yourself. Okay, so it's like you're putting up this very well structured boundary around yourself. And if people are getting a little bit too close to the true vulnerable, emotionally intimate stuff, that's when you're like turning into that defensive kind of bear, where you're, growling and roaring at them. But what you're avoiding here, specifically, we have, sudden unexpected changes, sudden losses. Okay, things that stress you out. It stresses you out that you're scared of losing. Is what I'm sort of getting here, because you're scared of losing. That you're scared, because I'm picking up here that for some of you, the avoidance, the choice that you're avoiding is, I need to be honest with somebody about a certain thing that, they are doing that is upsetting me. If that kind of makes sense. Like, and you're avoiding bringing that up to this person. Like, every time, and you're avoiding the communicating clearly with this person, because you feel as though in order to communicate clearly with this person, that you are making a choice to risk this person suddenly going, that's it, I'm cutting you out of my life, Taurus, and you losing this person is what I'm picking up here. And that's why you're trying to, just put up these boundaries, put up this fence around yourself, and trying to not let people get too close to the truth of your vulnerabilities here, because it's just a little bit of sensitivity here, Taurus. But I do feel specifically it's something along the lines of, like, somebody has done or said something at the end of October here that upsets you, and you kind of avoid clearly communicating with them about that. Whereas I feel like you're being advised to not avoid this, to work out how to, clearly communicate that with this person, because, going back to the middle of October energy here, it might just be a challenge within the friendship. And the sooner that you can overcome that mountain, that blockage between you and this person, the sooner we can get back to reciprocal love and make positive changes for the long term with that connection. So I do feel as though, you are a little bit fearful of being rejected by this person. If you sort of say to somebody, look, you said this and it really upset me, you are very kind of fearful that they're going to just cut you off and decide to move away from you, and that you're going to lose that person altogether. I do feel as though that's why you kind of avoid it a little bit here, Taurus. But it's kind of showing me that this is something that you do need to face in order to overcome that obstacle, that blockage within your own self. Because ultimately, it looks like it would make the friendship actually a lot stronger. You're allowing your fear to get in the way of your love. Okay, so if you're coming, once again, that love comment, if you're coming towards this situation with love and pure intentions, then even if you make a mistake, you know that you've done the right thing, and you know you've stood up for yourself and been a friend to yourself by, standing up for yourself and being honest and truthful about what happened or how that made you feel. Okay. Your advice here, we have the stork and the heart. Acting, talking from love, regardless of the outcome. Don't be afraid of the outcome. Be, conscious of the effort, the intention. Okay, and that's what you're needing to, stir up here with that stork energy. And stork is also Aries as well, since that is the fire sign energy. This may be an Aries in your life for some of you here. I do also associate the bear with Aries quite a lot, and the crossroads is. Just let me double check my listing here. The crossroads is Libra as well. So not a fire sign, but it may be an Aries. I am seeing Aries coming through strong, but Leo I do also associate with that bear energy as well. So definitely fire energy attached to that, which, could just be that you're afraid of that fiery, outcome here. But with the stork, it's asking you to really stir up change, stir up movement in this connection, coming from your heart, coming from, love for your person, for this connection. I do feel for a lot of you, it's a platonic connection, a friendship, that kind of thing. But, coming up with new ideas on how to approach situations, but coming from love rather than coming from your fear of potential outcomes. Here, you're not making a choice to push this person out of your life. You're making a choice to, be honest with this person and come at them from a place of love, because, if you truly love a friend, you want them to be honest with you, don't you, Taurus? Like, I'm getting a bit of this energy of advising you to remember things from their perspective and how they would, want, how you would want them to act, and vice versa. Thinking about those sort of things may really help clarify things for you this month. Okay. But I don't feel as though it's going to be as scary as you think it is when all this happens. Yes, it's going to be a bit of an emotional turmoil for you, but at the end of the day, I think you're going to turn around and you're going to go, I don't know why I was so worried about that, because everything turned out fine. Is what I'm picking up. And think about, once again, think from your shoes as well. There, if that person said something to you, oh, Taurus, you really upset me when you said this. How would you react? It wouldn't be the be all and end all of that friendship, would it? So, really, swapping the perspectives a little bit this month for you, Taurus. But moving on to, we'll just have a check-in for you for love and romance. See if there's anything important you need to know about for love and romance during October. Taurus, love and romance for October. So we definitely do see love there for you, Taurus. I'm yours forever and ever. Strong bond here. I want you. Oh, a lot of physical passion towards you as well. They want you. They want a piece of Taurus. But I need some more time before I can come to you. So this person, there may be a little bit of a hiatus going on during October, and maybe a little bit of distance, whether you're connected to this person already or not. For those of you not connected to anybody, they just need a little bit more time, something else going on in their life. I'm picking up work for this person, that they may just be very focused on work this month. So even if you are already in a connection with this person, there may just be a little bit of distance between the two of you during the month of October. But they just rest assured, they want you and they're yours forever and ever, Taurus. So there's definitely a connection there for the taking, whether you know about it or not. Okay, but that's what we have for you, Taurus. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.